All right, this is Hamlet 4.0, like 97.5% of the way memorized. Nothing in my ear, nothing in my ears, no earpieces, no text on the screen, on the computer, no text in front of me, no text in front of me. All right. Hope you enjoy. Who's there? Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king. Bernardo, he. You come most carefully upon your hour. 'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco. For this relief, much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart. Have you heard quiet guard? Not a mouse stirring. Well, if you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste. I think I hear them. Stand, ho! Who's there? Friends to this crown, and liegemen to the Dane. Give you good night. Oh, farewell, honest soldier. Who hath relieved you? Bernardo hath my place. Give you good night. Hola, Bernardo. Say what? Is Horatio there? A piece of him. Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus. What? Has this thing appeared again tonight? I have seen nothing. Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him, touching this dreaded sight twice seen of us. Therefore I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night. Watch the minutes of this night. That if again the apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it. Hush, hush. 'Twill not appear. Sit down, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story, what we 2 nights have seen. Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this. Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made his course to illume that part of heaven where now it burns, Marcellus and myself, the bell then beating one, peace, break thee off. Look what it comes again, in the same figure like the king that's dead. Thou art the scholar. Speak to it, Horatio. Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio. Most like. It harrows me with fear and wonder. It would be spoke to. Question it, Horatio. What art thou? That usurps this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of buried Denmark did sometimes march. By heaven, I charge thee, speak! It is offended. See, it stalks away. Stay! Speak! Speak! I charge thee, speak! 'Tis gone, and will not answer. How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy? What think you want? Before my God, I might not disbelieve without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes. Looks it not like the king, as thou art to thyself? Such was the very hour he had on, when he the ambitious Norway combated. So frowned he once, when in an angry power he smote the studded poleaxe on the ice. 'Tis strange, thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour, with martial stock hath he gone by our watch. In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the gross and scope of my opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state. Good now, sit down and tell me, he that knows, why this same strict and most observant watch so nightly toils the subject of the land? Why such impressive shipwrights whose sore task is not divide the Sunday from the week? Why does it make the night joint labour with the day? Who is it that can inform me? That can I. At least the whisper goes so. Hold on. That can I. At least the whisper goes so. Our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, thereto pricked on by a most emulate pride, dared to the combat, wherein our valiant Hamlet, for so this side of our known world esteemed him, did slay this Fortinbras, who, by a sealed compact, well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit with his life all those his lands which he stood seized of to the conqueror. Against the which a moiety competent was gauged by our king, which had returned to the inheritance of Fortinbras had he been vanquisher, as by the same covenant and carriage of the article design his fell to Hamlet. Now, sir, young Fortinbras of unimproved metal, hot and full, hath in the skirts of Norway here and there shocked up a list of landless resolutes for food and diet of some enterprise that hath the stomach in it, which is no other, as doth well appear unto our state, but to recover of us, by strong hand and terms compulsatory, those foresaid lands so by his father lost. And this, I take it, is the main motive of our preparation, the source of this our watch, and the chief head of the post-haste and rummage in the land. I think it be no other but e'en so. Well may it sort that this portentous figure comes armoured through our watch, so like the king that was and is the question of these wars. A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye. In the most high and palmy state of Rome, little ere the mightiest Julius fell, the graves stood tenantless, and the sheeted dead did squeak and gibber in the Roman streets, as stars with trains of fire and dews of blood, disasters in the sun, and the moist star upon whose influence Neptune's empire stands was sick almost to doomsday with eclipse, and even the like precursor feared events, as harbingers preceding still the fate, and prologue to the omen coming on, have heaven and earth together demonstrated unto our climatures and countrymen. Well may it salt, no. Well, it's but peace, look what it comes again. I'll cross it, thou would blast me. Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, if thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, oh, speak of it. Or if thou hast hoarded in thy life extorted treasure in the womb of earth, for which they say you spirits off walk in death, speak of it. Stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus. Shall I strike it with my partisan? Do if it will not stand. 'Tis here! 'Tis here! 'Tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical to offer it the show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and our vain blows malicious mockery. It was about to speak when the cock crew, and then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard the cock, that is the trumpet of the morn, that is the trumpet to the morn, doth with his lofty and shrill-sounding throat awake the god of day, and at his warning, whether in sea or fire, in earth or air, the extravagant and erring spirit hies to his confine. And of the truth herein this present object made probation. It faded on the crowing of the cock. Some say that ever against our Saviour's birth, the bird of dawning singeth all night long. No, some say that ever against that season comes wherein we celebrate our Saviour's birth, then the bird of dawning singeth all night long. No, the bird of dawning singeth all night long. Then the nights are wholesome. Then no planet strike, no fairy takes, nor witch have power to charm, so hallowed and so gracious is the time. So have I heard, and do in part believe it. But look, the morn in russet mantle clad walks o'er the dew of yon high eastern hill. Break way a watch up, and by my advice let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet, for upon my life, this spirit dumb to us will speak to him. Do you consent we should acquaint him with it as needful in our loves, fitting our duty? Let's do it, I pray. And I this morning know where we shall find him most conveniently.